Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Gardening and Crocs. It's one of my favorite days of the year. Today we're planting tomatoes. Yes, it's finally time. It is like probably a few weeks later than normal, which is fine, but we are April 30th, last day of April. Tomorrow is May 1st. So, we had a couple of cold spells. I didn't want to have to cover my tomatoes, so we're waiting on that. And then the wind was atrocious and the schedule was atrocious, so now we're getting down to it. So first thing I'd usually do, I dig my hole. I'll just show you how deep I dig that hole, but one of the best things that I do, I think, is putting this super triple phosphate in. Now this is a 046-0, meaning it's got phosphate in it, and this really does help stimulate roots. The other thing I put in the hole, and I've been putting on my garden, I've been lacing this all spring, early spring, late winter long. I've been lacing this with chicken poo. This is like an organic plant food. Basically, it's all purpose. It is neighborhood approved. It's a 243 on your NPK scale. So it also has a little bit of phosphorus in there, but it's got some nitrogen and some other good things for the plants. So the first thing that we need to do is get some of these weeds out of here, and then I will show you how I dig my holes. We got our holes dug. So I got a lot of damage on this from the wind. So you're gonna see some pretty long tomato plants with just some stalks for a little while. So you see that? Picked up all that off. Probably picked off a little bit more than I should, but hopefully we'll bury them up along the stem that way they can produce a nice, very sturdy tomato. Keep the label so I can label it here for a little bit. But let's bring you in here real quick. Got some nice roots in there. Take it. You can see we're down deep in that hole. Now my 2024 plants, I didn't plant near as deep. The big tomato challenge, or tomato challenge plants, but we're doing okay. And I told you I put, let's take this guy out for a second. Put a handful of that super phosphate in there and some chicken poo. Mix it in, get the guy in there, and we just bury it. Bury it deep. All right, so here in a day or two, we will be able to get this guy and get him on the trellis and get him started. Probably need to take off some of this riffraff from the beans from last year, but that's essentially how you do it. Now, I was right by my composter here, so we'll see what happens with that. But these other ones, I simply just dug a deep trench. I should be able to get three of them in there. I'm planting these fairly close. As you can see over here, I got them pretty close. It's probably like maybe 8 inches to a foot apart. And the reason why I can do that is because I am taking off all the lower leaves and we're gonna vine them up. And we should have vines that go all the way up. And that should help us produce some fantastic tomatoes. So I got the rest of this bed going. This bed is about 20 feet long. Let's get going. Okay, got that row planted. Got 22 tomato plants in there. So I think we are doing pretty well with that. I got some, let's just take a look at them real quick. All right, these are the orange accordions. These are the 2024 Seed Challenge tomatoes. And Maxwell's Big Italians. I got several of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. I got some pre-seeds 42-day tomatoes. Got 2 of those. I got some Ehrlich Ochre. I got these. There's 3 of them. Got those from Poodles and Produce off of Instagram. Go check them out on Instagram if you're on there. Got some red sausage. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And then again, another gift from Mr. Produce, Poodles and Produce. 3 Rebel Star Fighter Prime tomatoes. So in all honesty here, and to be completely transparent, like Chad, down home backyard gardening is, things aren't all peaches and cream over here at the Croc Garden. So I'll show you a couple things. I always do plant extra for this reason too. We had horrible winds. Look at some of these. I mean, they're just blown to bits. Well, that one's okay. That's a 42-day. But they are blown, damaged. They took a beating. The Burritanos, those didn't take a beating from just the wind. They took a beating from CrocGardener being CrocGardener. I dropped those, but they look like they're doing halfway decent. So we're going to work on getting these guys all into the ground and get them up on my new cattle panel trellis that I got going up over here. So I think what we're going to do is plant those and then we'll get back to you. All right, everybody, sun is going down. We got the first bed done, 22 in the first bed, and we got 16 in the second bed. So let's take a look real quick what we got. Here we got our Sans Marizana. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. We got 4 Burritanos, 4 beefsteaks, 2 orange icicles, and 1 Sun Gold cherry. So I'm really disappointed in the orange gold icicles because I was really looking forward to those, and those are looking pretty bad, and those took the brunt of the wind damage. So overall we got 11 different varieties here. So I think we are doing fairly well. Hopefully these guys will look a lot better once they get a little establishment and roots going in the ground. But we'll see. Cheers everybody, God bless, and let's get some tomatoes.